The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Thursday, January 9, 2025 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Michael Baldwin to investigate Ian Ward for Victor Newman. Nick Newman takes matters into his own hands. Plus, Nate Hastings shares surprising news with Amy Lewis. Keep reading and let's get started on what's coming up in the next episode. My and our spoilers for Thursday, January 9 reveal that Victor couldn't believe that Ian was out of prison. After learning the news from Nick Newman and Faith Newman, Victor took action. Victor had his security team pick Ian up and bring him back to the house for a little chat. Victor threatened and warned Ian, but there are still a lot of questions. For one thing, Victor wants to know why Ian has come back now. Pretty soon, everyone will learn that Ian is working with supervillain Jordan. On Thursday, January 9, Michael will get a new assignment from Victor. There is no way that Victor is going to wait until Ian strikes next. Victor tells Michael to look into Ian and gather some intel. So Michael is going to do just that. However, will Michael end up crossing paths with Jordan? Since Michael was the one who got Jordan into a real prison, that could come with some interesting scenes. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 9 reveal that Nick can't just wait around for Sharon to be found. Nick is getting more alarmed each minute. With Sharon now trapped, time is running out. Nick will take matters into his own hands, but could he find Sharon or make things worse? Nick has a temper, so it's not hard to see him grabbing Ian by the shirt collar and demanding answers. Of course, Ian will only enjoy this as it makes him look like the victim instead of the villain. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Thursday, January 9, 2025. On Thursday, January 9, Nate will share surprising news with Amy. This is about Damien, who is already suspicious. With Amy being surprised by Nate's news, is this Damien guy really Nate's half-brother? There is something a bit off here, but fans should find out the answer soon enough. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Thursday, January 9, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Thursday, January 9, 2025 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Michael Baldwin to investigate Ian Ward for Victor Newman. Nick Newman takes matters into his own hands. Plus, Nate Hastings shares surprising news with Amy Lewis. Keep reading, and let's get started on what's coming up in the next episode. After learning the news from Nick Newman and Faith Newman, Victor took action. Victor had his security team pick Ian up and bring him back to the house for a little chat. Victor threatened and warned Ian, but there are still a lot of questions. For one thing, Victor wants to know why Ian has come back now. Pretty soon, everyone will learn that Ian is working with supervillain Jordan. Why and our spoilers, Michael Baldwin's assignment. On Thursday, January 9, Michael will get a new assignment from Victor. There is no way that Victor is going to wait until Ian strikes next. Victor tells Michael to look into Ian and gather some intel. So Michael is going to do just that. However, will Michael end up crossing paths with Jordan? Since Michael was the one who got Jordan into a real prison, that could come with some interesting scenes. Finding Sharon Newman. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 9 reveal that Nick can't just wait around for Sharon to be found. Nick is getting more alarmed each minute. With Sharon now trapped, time is running out. Nick will take matters into his own hands, but could he find Sharon or make things worse? Nick has a temper, so it's not hard to see him grabbing Ian by the shirt collar and demanding answers. Of course, Ian will only enjoy this as it makes him look like the victim instead of the villain. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Thursday, January 9, 2025. On Thursday, January 9, Nate will share surprising news with Amy. This is about Damien, who is already suspicious. With Amy being surprised by Nate's news, is this Damien guy really Nate's half-brother? There is something a bit off here, but fans should find out the answer soon enough. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Thursday, January 9, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 9 indicate some explosive moments in Genoa City. The Wednesday, January 8 episode closed with Damien making his debut on the show. Nate Hastings finally got to meet his half-brother, but as the show closed, Damien was quick to stand firm and question Nate about why he organized this meeting in the first place. While Damien would love to work for Winters, he asked Nate why the company would want to poach him, considering his work experience, and asked for the real reason behind all this. I&R spoilers for Thursday, January 9 note that Nate will have some surprising news for Amy Lewis. So here's hoping Nate was able to convince his half-brother that he comes in peace, and there's nothing shady going on so the two can forge a brother bond. Will Nate tell Damien the truth though, or continue to lure him along with this fake story? Across town, Victor Newman will task Michael Baldwin with collecting some intel about Ian Ward. Now that Sharon Newman's car has been found at the bottom of the river, he, along with Nick Newman and others, can't help but feel as if Ian is behind her disappearance. Will Michael be able to gather the information Victor needs to bring Ian down? Speaking of Sharon, Y&R spoilers for Thursday, January 9 also reveal that Nick will decide to take control of the situation and find his ex-wife himself. Still, will he be successful? The Young and the Restless spoilers say that things will get far worse for Sharon before they get better, so can Nick find her in time? Why didn't Jordan end her life? Who will be the one to save the day for Sharon? Only time will tell. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, January 8 promise some interesting plot twists in the land of Genoa City. A new character debuts, while someone gets unsolicited advice from an ex, and 3 top players in the little town enjoy a good old-fashioned strategy session. What kind of drama is set to unravel on Wednesday? Time to dive right in. The Young and the Restless spoilers, welcome to GC Damien. Y&R spoilers for Wednesday, January 8 suggest Nate Hastings and Audra Charles will uncover a clue in their search for Damien. With that said, added teasers note that Nathan Owens will make his debut during Wednesday's show, so fans will finally get to meet Nate's mysterious half-brother. Will Damien hit the ground running within storylines? Y&R spoilers, Chelsea Lawson's unsolicited advice. Across town, Y&R spoilers for Wednesday, January 8 indicate that Billy Abbott will have a run-in with Chelsea Lawson, where his ex-girlfriend will give him some advice. Is this about his romance with Sally Spectra, or could this be about his need for revenge against Victor Newman? Then again, if Billy finds out Chelsea is moving in with Adam Newman, she may give him some advice about minding his own business if he makes a comment about it. Fans will have to tune in to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers, winter strategy session. Lastly, Y&R spoilers for Wednesday suggest that Devin Hamilton Winters, Lely Winters, and Abby Newman Winters will have a strategy session. What will they talk about, and will the 3 land on the same page about deliverables? This is often the time when the drama hits a company. Lily just recently returned to Winters, so will there be trouble in paradise already? Are you excited about Wednesday's show? Comment below. Catch the CBS soap daily so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and visit SOS often for the best Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Wednesday, January 8th states that the show opened with Laylee Winters, Devin Hamilton Winters, and Abby Newman Hamilton Winters having a little strategy session for Winters at Society. Devin let his sister and wife know that Nate is very close to finding his half-brother, and he plans to present him a job opportunity at Winters to break the ice. Both women were a little bit nervous about this for a number of reasons. What if he's not a good person? What if he can't be trusted? Still, Devin tried to remain positive about the situation to trust in his cousin's instincts, even though he is a bit concerned about how this may all play out. Over in LA, Audra, Charles, and Nate are gearing up to meet Damien. The plan is to meet him at a restaurant, and Nate reiterates that he plans to present him with a job at Winters. Nate sends a text message to Damien giving him the location, and Amy drops by the restaurant to talk. She's worried and excited about seeing Damien, but concerned about how Damien will take the news. Audra quickly tries to reassure Amy that she was a great mom and did the best that she could. The time comes for the woman to leave the restaurant as Damien was arriving soon and meeting only Nate. Audra suggested the woman do a little shopping as there's great places to go and lay. Over at Crimson Lights, Billy Abbott and Chelsea Lawson run into each other, and things are awkward. Billy notes that they're going to see each other now and again, and perhaps they should sit down for a conversation. Chelsea tried to state that she was busy, but Billy asked, even for an old friend. She finally relented. The talk turned to how Billy lost Chancellor and the betrayal he felt from both Victor Newman, but especially his mom Jill Abbott. Billy also told her about his revenge plans. Chelsea warned against this. She tried to encourage him that he should potentially see things from his mom's point of view before striking back with a revenge plan. Chelsea also asked Billy if he thinks he can take Victor down, where Billy replied that he wants an opportunity to avenge what Victor did to him. Billy noted that he thought out of anybody, Chelsea would understand him the most, as he never got a chance to truly prove what he could do with Chancellor. After the meeting at Society disbanded, Abby and Devin had a chat at the bar while Lily took off. Abby and Devin further talked about the aftermath of Damien's arrival and if it would be a good thing or bad thing. Lily headed to Crimson Lights for a coffee where she ran into Billy. They had some small talk, and Billy presented an idea for her to join him so they can take back Chancellor. While Lily reasoned that she was happy working with her family's company again, and he should perhaps think about going back to Djibouti, Billy insisted that she is not happy at Winters as she is not in control. Lastly, Damien arrived at the restaurant, and after the pleasantries ended, he began to lightly grill Nate on why a company like Winters would try and poach him, considering his work experience. As the show closed, Damien demanded to know the real reason Nate reached out to him. The Young and the Restless spoilers say that Damien will be a mysterious figure with a mysterious storyline. So how will he react when he hears Nate's reason behind their meeting? The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease in the unpredictable realm of Genoa City. Fans should always brace themselves for surprises. Right now, Sharon Newman finds herself confined in a mysterious location, seemingly trapped in a grimy sewage area within the city. The Young and the Restless spoilers. A dreaded phone call came. In the gripping episode that aired on Tuesday, January 7, Nick Newman received a chilling call from the police, revealing Sharon's car had been discovered submerged in the river. This was the same haunting location where Heather Stevens' lifeless form was previously found. A wave of dread washed over Nick as he braced himself for the worst. However, fans are aware that, contrary to Ian Ward's orders, Jordan has made the choice to keep Sharon alive. Our head writer, Josh Griffith, has teased that Sharon and Phyllis Summers will soon find themselves in a perilous predicament, prompting both to reassess their relationship. It seems Phyllis won't be far behind Sharon, and she's in for a shocking revelation when she uncovers the true mastermind behind these events. By and are spoilers. Summer Newman gave her mom updates on Sharon's status. Summer Newman brought her mother up to speed on Sharon's disappearance during Tuesday's episode. Billy Abbott was also present, and both expressed their worries about Sharon. Meanwhile, Phyllis dismissed the entire situation with a wave of her hand. Although she's striving to move on and avoid dwelling on the uncontrollable Y and R, fans can sense her simmering desire for revenge against Sharon. It was so apparent that even Billy probed Phyllis, questioning whether she had any knowledge of Sharon's fate, subtly suggesting she might be involved. Ian is eager to blame Phyllis for Sharon's demise. But what if Jordan surprises everyone with a shocking twist by kidnapping Nick's other ex-wife? The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers are in a perilous situation. The two women could find themselves ensnared in that grimy sewer, battling for their survival. They would have no choice but to join forces. Phyllis might be utterly taken aback when she regains consciousness to discover Sharon shackled in the damp darkness. While she has always perceived Sharon as a delicate figure in need of Nick's constant rescue, witnessing the trials Sharon has faced could shift Phyllis's perspective, earning her newfound respect. There could even be a moment when Sharon manages to push back against their captor, potentially impressing Phyllis further. However, with Jordan likely holding the advantage over both, Sharon's chances of escape may dwindle. Plus, without her bipolar medication, the shadows of her mind could begin to distort her reality. My and our spoilers. Will Phyllis come up with an escape plan and save Sharon too? Phyllis, with her sharper mindset from having experienced captivity less than Sharon, might just devise a clever escape plan. The question looms: would she abandon Sharon in her time of need, or would she take a leap of faith to rescue her as well? The stakes are high, and if Phyllis senses that Sharon's life hangs in the balance, the thought of leaving her could fill her with dread. Recent spoilers hint that perilous circumstances often forge strong connections, so could this be the turning point for Sharon and Phyllis to form an unexpected friendship? Or will Phyllis decide she'd better rescue Sharon, or she could be blamed for her potential death? Melody Thomas Scott is one of the most iconic stars of The Young and the Restless. She has played Nikki Newman flawlessly for years, so much so that Nikki and Melody are almost synonyms to us. However, it seems that the actress is preparing to make a career switch to a high-stakes PI career. Or so she teases. Confused? Dive right in to find out what's up. The seasoned The Young and the Restless actress recently took to her official Instagram account to reveal that she is preparing for what may come next. That is, if she steps away from My and R as Nikki Newman, a character she has famously played for decades. And fans love what Melody Thomas Scott has chosen as her next career move. Recently, Claudine Battisti, the Vice President of Marketing and Communications for Unite Ila, posted 2 pictures with Melody. The 2 posh ladies are sporting black outfits, pearls, and dark sunglasses as their ensemble in the snapshots. They pose by leaning their heads in close to one another, and they maintain serious expressions on their faces. In case our careers don't work out, PI work is in our future, Battisti wrote in the caption. Furthermore, she added that their firm will be called Pearls PI, and their first client will be Slows Angels. The page she tagged was the Four Seasons Hotel in Los Angeles. Battisti also took a cheeky dig at Melody, writing that she has told Mel if we are to be successful in our endeavor, she has to stop losing the valet ticket. Looks like our dear Melody Thomas Scott keeps losing the tickets. The Instagram post became a smashing hit with their fans, and they flooded the comments section with praise and encouragement. Some fans praised Claudine and Melody's looks. Meanwhile, others stated that they would totally hire them as PIs. Well, we have to agree with the fans. With looks that fine, these ladies have our votes in our cases. Stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for more such entertaining The Young and the Restless updates and soap spoilers. Meanwhile, do Do you like Melody and Claudine's look? Tell us in the comments. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victor Newman is still keeping a big criminal secret from his family. Victor never told anyone about holding Jordan in his homemade prison. Even after Jordan was found and transferred to a real prison, that secret has never come out. With Jordan and Ian Ward working together, could Claire Grace Newman learn the truth and reconsider her family dynamic? Keep reading and let's talk about what could happen next with the CBS soap. My and our spoilers reveal that Victor has many secrets. Victor always has his reasons and justifications, which is mainly for his family. Back when Jordan was terrorizing the Newman family, Victor took action. Jordan was held prisoner in Victor's homemade jail cell and force-fed Brussels sprouts. Jordan is still complaining about it all this time later, so clearly she feels traumatized by the situation. With Jordan bringing up the jail cell, it seems Victor's secret might come out soon. Victor isn't the only one that knows about Jordan's secret jail cell. Cole Howard was actually the first to find Jordan. Then, Cole went to get Michael and the two tried to get Victor to do the right thing. Although Victor was furious with Michael and Cole for a while, things have smoothed over since then. That's another sign that this secret is about to be blown wide open. Jordan and Ian Ward's reign of terror. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that nobody seems aware of Jordan's escape yet. As long as Ian keeps having Jordan run around Genoa City committing crimes, she will be exposed soon enough. However, here is the thing. When busted, Jordan can say that Ian forced her to commit those crimes, which is actually true. While Jordan is still evil, she will use this as a way to worm back into Claire's life. Right now, it wouldn't work. However, once more secrets come out about Victor, Claire could wonder if Jordan was right all along. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Claire Grace Newman's 180. Even though Claire knows Jordan did so many evil things, hearing the jail cell story could make her wonder about Victor. Once Claire learns that Cole also knew the truth and said nothing, it could have her do a 180. This seems to be the prime opportunity for Jordan to get Claire back under her evil wing. We'd like to start this off with a joyous wish of Happy New Year, but we know that's simply not going to happen for everyone. The Young and the Restless poor Christian Jules Leblanc certainly. Back before leaving for his holiday vacation, he learned that he'd have to film a shirtless scene immediately upon returning. It tragically drove him straight to the bagels. But hopefully, it didn't completely dampen his holiday spirit or ruin his time off. Sadly though, some things in life are inevitable. And when you're a soap opera star, lovemaking scenes fall into that category. Now that Leblanc's returned from his sojourn, he shared an update on Instagram on how his attempt to get into last-minute shape is going. He filmed a fog-shrouded New Year's video, wishing, "Happy New Year's, everybody." But there's still a bed scene to be done, so I'm walking in the middle of the apocalypse. Well, that's bleak, but there is a plus side to it. It's very foggy, Leblanc deadpanned, but I look slimmer in the fog, I think. But then things took a heartbreaking turn. The trainer said I should walk, he continued, and I said, "How far do you think I should walk to get rid of what I put on during the vacation?" And he said, "Nebraska. It's so cruel, so very cruel." Oak, yes, Leblanc is most definitely sharing this update with tongue planted firmly in cheek, but we still want to state for the record that we have no doubt he is going to look incredible for the scene. Or, as J. Eddie Peck put it in the comments, "Oh my gosh, your humor is the best, my dear friend. Hey, you always look great, but we'll be tuning in to see that shirt come off. Thanks for keeping the bar raised." At Society, Billy spots Phyllis sitting still and smiling. This makes him nervous, and he asks what's going on. She says, "Nothing," but he's not buying it. Phyllis tells him for the first time in a long time, things are right on track for her. She explains she's letting everything go regarding Sharon. "I can't control it." Billy agrees she can't. He's impressed as Phyllis reiterates that she can't control Nick, Michael, or Sharon. Billy understands righteous rage, but thinks she's trying to convince herself. He asks if she's really let this go. At Sharon's place, Nick sighs. Faith comes down the stairs and admits she didn't sleep. She says Christian is still crashed upstairs and thanks her father for staying. Nick notes that Tessa and Mariah went home to be with Aria. They worry about not hearing from Sharon. Nick says she hasn't been checked into a hospital and the police have launched a search. He vows they'll find her mother. Nick works to reassure Faith, but she knows he's worried too. She points out that Sharon wouldn't go off alone without telling them at this point. Nick argues she may have had feelings to work out. Your mom can handle herself. Faith fears she was drugged again or had another breakdown. What if it was Ian? The guy's capable of anything, right? Maybe he did something to Mom. At the ranch, Nikki seethes about the monster Ian Ward coming back to town. Victor insists he won't harm anyone in his family anymore. Nikki's not so sure and warns he's not to be underestimated. Victor will deal with him. Nikki knows he'd like to go after him on his own, but he's deranged. Victor assures her Ward is being watched. He won't catch any of us off guard again. Nikki fumes. How dare he come back here after all the agony he's caused? More, Christian Jules Leblanc shares cruel twist. In the park, Ian looks up from his spot on the bench when Tessa and Mariah appear with Aria in her stroller. As he admires the child, Mariah steps forward protectively. She warns Ian to take a step back. Ian understands how his presence could give her pause. Mariah tells Tessa they need to go. Ian stops her, pointing out that a Newman guard is following him. He's not a threat. Mariah scoffs at this. Tessa asks what he wants. Ward says he wants to be responsible for the trauma he caused in the past. Mariah tells him to go back to prison and says people like him don't change. Ian pleads for a chance to make amends. At Society, Phyllis reminds Billy that when she puts her mind to something, it's actually a piece of cake. Billy tells her it's one of her favorite things about her. Phyllis says she made a New Year's resolution. Billy hopes she can get past the first week. Phyllis reveals she's committed to helping him get Chancellor back. Billy is glad to hear it. This will be a monumental fight. Phyllis says there's one condition. Billy sighs. He should know better. Phyllis isn't asking him to cut his arm off. Summer appears and tells her mother she talked to Chance. Sharon is missing. More, My and Our weekly preview video. At Sharon's place, Nick tells Faith that he knows how scary it is not being able to get in touch with her mom. Faith frets all over again. Nick acknowledges that Ian is an evil son of a bitch, but he doubts he was able to tamper with Sharon's pills again. Faith is unconvinced. He's here for a reason. What if that reason is Mom? Nick continues reassuring Faith that Victor is keeping Ian away from the family. There's no way Ian could have got to her mom's meds. He understands her jumping to the worst-case scenario, but Sharon's been solid lately. Faith asks, then where is she? She didn't meet them last night, or come home last night. Where could Mom be? In the park, Mariah rails at Ian about why he deserves to rot in a cell. Ian says hanging onto hatred poisons the soul. Maria says her soul is fine, and he doesn't have one. Ward tells her everything was his fault, but trauma causes confusion in a young person's mind, and they can come to believe they were responsible for their own pain. Maria asks if he's insane and won't give him another minute of her time. Ian asks Tessa if she's okay after her asthma attack. Tessa admits she owes him her thanks. Ian goes on about being there in her moment of need. Maria warns he's not going to paint himself as the hero. Ian tells her that God has a plan, and it seems they are intertwined until the end. Maria tells him he's evil and no higher power is guiding him. Ian addresses Tessa and Mariah seethes that she wants to vomit listening to him. She warns he won't be able to con Tessa, so just stop it already. Ian apologizes and hopes one day she'll find forgiveness. At the ranch, Victor tells Nikki she's safe and so is the rest of the family. Nikki hates Ian and doesn't understand why he was set free. Victor reminds her he's a relentless manipulator. That's what scares her. Victor was shot because of him. Victor promises he'll no longer be a problem for their family. More, my and ours 2025 to-do list. At Society, Phyllis asks Summer what Chance said. Summer says she didn't show up to New Year's dinner and hasn't come home since. Phyllis scoffs that she's done this before. She'll lay low until everyone gets freaked out and then she'll appear again. Summer doesn't think she'd have taken off without telling anyone after everything that's happened. Phyllis is sure she'll show up. Billy agrees with Summer that the timing feels off. He asks Phyllis, "Do you know what happened to Sharon?" At the ranch, Nick has arrived and tells his parents they haven't heard from Sharon. None of this makes sense. Victor will coordinate with the police. He reports that his guys have found out nothing so far. Nick asks Nikki to organize a playdate for Christian and warns Victor he won't be able to stay on top of things at Newman. Nikki wants him to rest, but Nick tells her it's not going to happen. Talk turns to Ian, and Victor says he's almost convinced he had something to do with Sharon's disappearance thanks to the timing. In the park, Ian tells Mariah she has his admiration for her. It can't be easy, the kind of life they've made for themselves. She calls him pure filth. Some in his position would condemn the nature of their union, but he believes there are different forms of love. Mariah tells Tessa to take Aria to see the skaters. She'll be there when she's done with Ian. At Society, Phyllis asks Billy if he's seriously suggesting she did something to Sharon. Billy reminds her she sat there and said she wanted personal retribution. Phyllis argues that she said she didn't want Sharon to wiggle out of taking responsibility. She wants Billy to apologize. Billy says, "My bad." Sally walks in and signals to Billy, who goes to join her. Billy tells Sally she saved him. Sally says he can make it up to her by joining her on a work trip to Paris. "I just want you in Paris with me." Billy says, "Let's go." Across the room, Phyllis tells Summer to look at Billy holding hands with his gal pal after accusing her of being a criminal. "Why do people still assume the worst about me?" Summer looks down at the table. Phyllis gasps, "Oh my God, Summer, not you too." Summer doesn't think she did anything to Sharon, but she can't be surprised that Billy asked. She's been ranting all over town. Phyllis says she confessed to killing Heather and framing Daniel. She was just stating facts. She claims she's moving on and will let everyone else get frantic about Sharon. "I've let it go. If something dire has happened to her, it's on karma, not her." At Sally's table, Billy asks if there's a reason why she's asking him to join her in Paris. Is she hoping that it will stop him from going after Victor? Sally admits that's part of it. She's hoping he'll drop his risky plan. Billy asks, "What happens when we get back and I continue down my path?" Sally says that's his call. Billy grins that she's in his hands. Sally thinks he'll be glad he is. At the ranch, Nick remarks on Ian showing up right before Sharon goes radio silent. Victor says it can't be a coincidence. They recap sending him to prison and hoping he'd never get out. Nick snarls about the chaplain thing being a cover. Victor promises that Ian will be taken care of, and there will be no blowback on them. Nick suddenly gets a call from Chance and Gops. "What? Oak, any sign of Sharon?" He asks him to keep him posted, disconnects, and tells his parents they found Sharon's car in the river. At Society, Phyllis complains to Summer that Sally is so basic. Summer argues she's actually quite talented. Phyllis reminds her about the past. Summer has moved on and gotten past it. She should try it sometime. Phyllis warns that people who don't remember the past are doomed by it. Sharon bolts when she's pushed into a corner. Summer says she's missing and Faith is terrified. "I care about these people," Phyllis understands, but thinks Sharon is probably on a beach, somewhere with no extradition treaty. She tells Summer they need to come together as a family, heal, and move on. At the ranch, Nick tells his parents that Sharon's car was found near the bridge where Heather's body was found. The rescue team pulled it out of the river, but there was no sign of her. They're still searching. More, will Sharon die? At Society, Phyllis and Billy reconvene after Sally and Summer exit. She mocks him over his cozy meeting with Sally. Billy wants to put her energy to good use by going scorched earth to get Chancellor back. He wants to know her one condition. She says it's simple. When they get Chancellor back, Daniel will become a key player there. No Daniel, no me. Do we have a deal? At the park, Tessa resists being sent away, but Mariah insists. Ian muses, she loves you very much. Maria warns him not to talk to her wife or so much as look at her daughter. I will never forgive you, much less tolerate you. Stay away from my family, or I swear to God, I am going to kill you. Crystal Cullo's impact on the young and the restless legacy. A journey of talent and dedication. Crystal Cullo's portrayal of Lily Winters on The Young and the Restless, Y&R, has become one of the most beloved and significant roles in the show's rich history. Over the years, Cullo's portrayal of Lily has not only cemented her place as a central character, but has also contributed to the lasting legacy of the show itself. As one of the most talented and dedicated actresses in daytime television, Khalil has brought depth, emotion, and authenticity to her character, making Lily Winters a household name. Her work on Y&R has left an indelible mark on the soap opera world, and her legacy continues to be celebrated by fans and critics alike. Crystal Cullo's impact on the young and the restless goes far beyond her acting skills. She has become a symbol of strength, resilience, and growth for both her character and the show itself. From her early days on the show to her more recent storylines, Khalil has shown an unwavering commitment to bringing Lily to life in a way that resonates with audiences. Her portrayal of Lily has not only garnered her critical acclaim, but has also made her one of the most recognized and respected actresses in the daytime drama world. As Lily continues to navigate the complex world of Geno City, her character remains a central part of the show's dynamic. Her relationships with other characters, especially her family and love interests, continue to drive compelling storylines that keep audiences engaged. Through it all, Lily Winters has solidified herself as one of Y&R's most iconic characters, and Crystal Cullo's portrayal of her has played a pivotal role in making that happen. In addition to her acting skills, Khalil has also become a strong advocate for diversity and representation in the entertainment industry. As one of the few African American actresses in daytime television, she has used her platform to raise awareness about important social issues and to inspire others to pursue their dreams. Her dedication to her craft and her commitment to making a positive impact on the world have made her a role model for many. Looking back at iconic moments, a legacy of powerful performances. Throughout her time on The Young and the Restless, Crystal Khalil has delivered countless memorable moments that have left a lasting impact on the show's fans. From Lily's emotional confrontations with her family to her passionate love stories, Khalil's performances have been nothing short of captivating. Some of her most iconic moments include her portrayal of Lily's grief after the tragic death of her mother, Drusilla, and her powerful scenes with her father, Neil, as they navigated the challenges of their relationship. One of the most memorable storylines in Lily's history was her battle with cancer, a storyline that showcased Khalil's ability to convey deep emotional vulnerability. The scenes where Lily faced the uncertainty of her diagnosis and the support she received from her loved ones were some of the most poignant moments in Y&R's history. Khalil's portrayal of Lily's strength and determination during this difficult time resonated with audiences and earned her widespread praise for her performance. Beyond her work on Y&R, Khalil's legacy extends to her advocacy for diversity and representation, as well as her positive influence on the next generation of actors. Her journey as an actress has been one of growth, resilience, and excellence, and she continues to inspire audiences with her incredible performance. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate there's trouble in paradise for Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter. During the Tuesday, January 7 episode, the ladies were out on a walk with Area Copeland Porter in the park when they ran into Ian Ward. Of course, Ian had his changed man gimmick perfected, but this rhetoric only seemed to trigger Mariah. Tessa is not used to seeing Mariah lash out in this fashion, so she seemed very uncomfortable with the entire encounter and her wife's behavior. Mariah was quite aggressive with Ian and even issued him a warning to stay away from her family, or else. At one point, Ian asked about Tessa's medical emergency from NYE, and if she found out what caused it. Tessa replied that they weren't sure, but she was very thankful that Ian was there with the puffer when she needed it. As she thanked him, I and our fans could get a sense that Tessa felt very awkward about the entire situation, considering just how much Mariah dislikes this man. Still, it almost seems that Tessa has warmed up to Ian and believes he's changed. As Tessa has never had an encounter with Ian before, she's never seen his ugly side. Will there be more encounters between him and her alone where she gets to know him better? Will she allow him to play with Area or hold her? Tessa may feel as if it's important to give second chances after all she was given one, and look at how her life has blossomed. With that being said, there's no way Mariah will land on the same page as Tessa, so could this Ian conflict cause issues between the two ladies? Even if Ian ends up exiting Genoa City in a blaze of glory by either getting shot or the truth coming out about what he did to Sharon Newman's kidnapping, the fact that Tessa didn't trust Mariah's instincts could end up being a sore spot in their romance moving forward. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the new year hint that Tessa and Mariah's relationship will be tested, thanks to Ian. But could he also become the reason Area's happy home breaks up?